Hello, everyone. I'm Adam with D&D Beyond. Thank you for joining me for this week's development update and community Q&A session. Really appreciate you being here. We missed last week. I missed all of you, every single one of you. If you weren't going to watch last week, but you're here this week, I maybe didn't miss you, but yeah, I'm glad you're here today. This is actually the first dev update of September, but since we missed last week, typically at the end of the month, I try to get to as many questions as I possibly can. So this is going to be pretty question centric today. So if you have those questions, go ahead and start asking those in chat. Use the word question with a colon in front of it where our magical system can pick that up. And I will chew through as many as I can get to when we get to the end of our show today. So latest updates, we had what we call affectionately internally bug bashes going on the last week or two. And this is where we're just going through and trying to find some low-hanging fruit, some quality of life fixes. And this time it's with the character sheet. And so we've got a couple of changelog entries that are out there that I will, well, where did those go? Oh yeah, I need to click on it. It's a link. Wait, how does that work? Why am I not linking this? Oh no. All right, well, we know how to find the changelog entry. Here we go. We're going to find a changelog. If you do not know, here is where the changelog is. These are all secret things over here that not all of you have. They're not as exciting as they look, I promise you. But this little icon is the changelog. And you can see here, so we'll start with the oldest first. So character sheet bug bash. And here is what we have been fixing in the last week or so. Bugs we smashed. Extraneous homebrew spells are no longer available. And extraneous UA spells, Unearthed Arcana spells, are no longer being presented for selection when playtest toggle is off. So extraneous spell in this circumstance just means something that shouldn't be there anymore. So if you had a homebrew spell that was there when you were adding a spell because somebody created it in your campaign or you had added to your collection, but then that was removed, it was actually still showing up for that character. So that's getting pulled away now. Feed option changes. We got around to removing the Great Club from the Monk's Martial weapon list. Shouldn't have been on there. And then custom background proficiencies. Theme color is appropriately going to the character and not just the character owner. So the DMs can change that now. We had some duplicate languages, fixed some typos, and then Blood Hunter now respects multi-class requirements. So then we can also look at a couple of days later, we released some additional changes. And you can see here that notes on the AC override field no longer removes AC that was breaking the PDF export. So I'm not going to read this entire thing here, but you can go through and see several of these smaller fixes that are, again, we're trying to intersperse that in between some of the bigger rocks that we're moving with development and trying to, cover some of these gaps that have accumulated over time. So we're really diving into that, and that is a big focus for us throughout the rest of this year and going into next. So lots of hard work from the character sheet team to make all that happen. And we've gotten that in place in the last couple of weeks here. We are still working on class feature variants, the playtest content there. And then the encounter builder random encounter generation is also moving. We got folks on both of the teams working on those two topics, items, elements. There's a word there somewhere. They're working on those things, and we'll keep you posted on how that goes in future weeks. Upcoming player tools, mobile app, digital dice rolling is something that is coming along. Not quite ready to release that yet, but it is coming along. Dice for rolling ability scores in the character builder. So this is going to be where when you go to the abilities screen, you're going to be able to roll the 4d6, drop the lowest die from that total, and so on. So you can roll ability scores that way. That one is getting very close. And then we have Rime of the Frost Maiden. So this is going to be a really, really great adventure. I am really liking what I see. Chris Perkins has described this as, the Thing set in the Forgotten Realms, and it's a really, really solid adventure, and I think everyone's going to really enjoy that. So that's September 15th. We do have some pre-order perks out there. If you haven't picked that up yet, grab that. And then I do want to call out that Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is going to be available on November 17th on D&D Beyond. So I want to clear up any confusion. It will be on D&D Beyond. At this point in time, digital pre-orders have not yet opened per Wizards of the Coast. So as soon as that is open, those are going to be, we'll shout that from the rooftops, and you can come and pre-order that on D&D Beyond. And as always, I'm sure there will be some pre-order perks associated with that. So we'll keep you posted on that piece as well.